Mucho se ha hablado del caso de Pablo Lyle, el actor mexicano que se encuentra en serios problemas legales luego de haber golpeado a Juan Ricardo Fernández, un hombre de 63 años de origen cubano que murió tras complicaciones por un trauma contundente en el cerebro. Pero ahora un nuevo video sobre este caso salió a la luz. Fue el programa Suelta la Sopa, donde a través de su cuenta de Instagram, compartió las imágenes del momento justo en el que se originó el problema, y donde se observa una camioneta de color rojo, donde viajaban Lyle como copiloto y su cuñado al volante, además de su familia, realizando una maniobra inesperada tras elegir una salida equivocada para llegar al aeropuerto. Instantes después aparece el vehículo azul, que era conducido por Juan Ricardo Hernández, quien por un momento frena el auto, y luego acelera de manera inmediata para intentar alcanzar al actor mexicano y a sus acompañantes. Las cámaras de seguridad de una gasolinera muestran lo que no se había visto sobre el incidente de tránsito que dejó a Pablo Lyle en arresto domiciliario, y a un hombre muerto. Este video podría servir como una evidencia muy importante para la defensa de Lyle, pues de acuerdo a los conductores de la emisión de Telemundo, ayudaría a que los abogados del actor argumenten que desde ese momento Pablo se sintió amenazado. El pasado lunes, tras una audiencia, se determinó que Lyle pagaría una fianza de $50,000 estadounidenses, y que permanecería bajo arresto domiciliario hasta que se concluya el proceso legal que enfrenta, además de que el actor deberá portar un grillete localizador hasta que se esclarezca su caso. La verdad que necesitas saber. Ana Araujo is Mexican actor Pablo Lyle's wife. The couple was married in 2014 during their son, Mauro's, baptism in Mazatlán, along the Pacific coast of Mexico. Araujo was pictured alongside Eros Bandase appeared in court in Miami to answer to charges of battery. On March 31, 2019, Lyle, 32, punched 63-year-old Juan Ricardo Hernández in Florida during a road rage incident, prosecutors allege. The incident occurred on the Dolphin Expressway as Lyle was on his way to Miami International Airport. Lyle was a passenger in the car. The victim, who was of Cuban descent, was rushed to Jackson Memorial Hospital and died on April 4. Lyle was interrogated by homicide police who later determined to charge him with battery. Hernández suffered a broken skull and internal bleeding, authorities said, via CBS Miami. Lyle is best known for his role in the Mexican telenovela The Shadow of the Past. In 2017, Lyle made a guest appearance on an episode of Conan which was set in Mexico. Here's what you need to know the love of Lyle's life. After Araujo Lyle first met, they then went for 8 years without seeing each other again. Hola Magazine reported in 2014 that after Lyle and Araujo first met, they went for 8 years without seeing each other again. Lyle told the magazine, via Google Translate, "We short summer romance when she was 14 and he was 16. 8 years later, 2 years ago, Anna came to Mexico, and when he saw her, he felt the same again." Lyle has told police that he punched Hernández because he was scared for his family. During his questioning by police, Lyle told detectives that he punched Hernández in self-defense because he was scared for the safety of his family. In the wake of his initial hearing in court, Lyle posted $5,000 bond and was released while wearing an ankle monitor. The Miami Herald reports that Lyle's charges could still be upgraded to second-degree murder or manslaughter. Various media reports have said that Lyle's children were in the car when the incident occurred. Lyle's lawyer, Hugo González, told El Universal, via Google Translate, once he appears in court, he will be able to present all the evidence required to determine his responsibility in the event and the degree of his criminal guilt. Lyle's bail allows him to travel to Mexico. Araujo has been inactive on Instagram since Lyle's arrest. Araujo has been inactive on Instagram since March 27, shortly before her husband was arrested. Her page regularly sees Araujo post photos of her family as well as encouraging her followers to live healthy lives. She has slightly over 60,000 followers on the page while her husband boasts over 800,000 on his Instagram profile. Since his arrest, Lyle has posted on the Toys page, showing his family with the caption, "What really matter?" Araujo's last post so whether whether two children at the Wynwood Arts District in Miami. In her Instagram bio, Araujo calls herself a health coach, mother and blogger. Araujo also links to her other Instagram account which centers around their baking exploits. Araujo is a health coach with a qualification from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition and also as an organic juice business, Life Bar. Araujo's juice business has two locations, one in Durango and another in Torreón. Prior to Marginal, Araujo attained a master's degree in communication. On her personal website, Araujo says that it was her daughter who inspired her to look into organic, vegan and gluten-free food. Her husband was chosen as one of People magazine's most beautiful people in 2015. In 2015, Lail was named in People magazine's Spanish language edition 50 most beautiful list. Lail was joined on the magazine's list by luminaries such as Eva Longoria and Mexican model Alejandra Espinosa. Their wedding guests were surprised as they had come together to celebrate the baptism of the couple's son. The couple surprised the guests at their son, Mauro's, baptism in 2014 as the party turned into a wedding. Mexican actress Sofia Castro served as Mauro's godmother, according to Hola. Laila de earlier jokingly told the magazine that they had adopted Castro as a little sister because she is basically a child. In the wake of Laila's arrest, Castro expressed her support for him in an Instagram post that read, "I know that I love him, that I adore him, he is my compadre, my brother and that I am with him above all things." Araujo's daughter from a previous relationship, Arantxa Díez, served as flower girl at her model wedding to Lail. Hola reported at the time of the wedding that Lail treats Arantxa as if she were his own. Lail once told Hola, "I want to be the best example for my children, be happy and make people happy."